Today, we're going to be fixing up the San Antonio Spurs and getting that man, not that man, this man, Victor Wembanyama, his first MVP and championship. I just figured we're going to win an MVP along the way. All right, so let's talk about the Spurs, bro. I feel like this is like one of the weirdest teams in the NBA, or at least it's become one. They traded for De'Aaron Fox. I feel like kind of got him on a steal. That's nice. Then we got Stephon Castle. That's nice. And then they land the number 2 pick in the draft, and they take my guy, Dylan Harper. I probably watched more college games involving Dylan Harper than any other college basketball player ever. Guys, it's all we had. But man, I don't understand this team building. And I was like, oh, surely they're going to trade De'Aaron Fox. For sure they're going to trade De'Aaron Fox. They signed De'Aaron Fox to a 5-year contract where the man is going to be getting paid $49, $53, $57, $61 million. I don't know. This is a weird contract. My man's 27. He's in the prime of his career. But the problem is I almost feel like the contract is so big. There's either two ways to look at it. Either one, his trade value is at its highest because whatever team trades for him will have him for 5 seasons guaranteed. You don't have to worry about him leaving. But on the other hand, do you want to be paying 31-year-old De'Aaron Fox $61 million if you're another team? I don't know. The other weird thing about this team is obviously we got Wemby, who's the tallest player known to mankind, alien kind. But Keldon Johnson, who power forward, or so it says power forward, is only 6'5". He's shorter than Dylan Harper. So I feel like this roster is extremely weird. Now, this is my rebuild of the Spurs. This is not the Spurs rebuild of the Spurs. This is my rebuild of the Spurs, where I think the future is starting Harper and Castle. Problem too with these 3 guards is, you know, the 3-point shot. I mean, De'Aaron Fox is just a bad 3-point shooter. He was a good 3-point shooter like one season, 2023, and he's been bad outside of that. So I feel like we need to move on from him. I mean, Castle can't shoot a 3-pointer either. Harper in college is an okay 3-point shooter. He's nothing special. So I almost feel like we need to keep Vassell around to play the 2 because the man can actually shoot a 3-pointer. I feel like this team is so weird. I just did a trade finder in De'Aaron Fox. I got Devin Booker. I assume the Suns are never going to do this, so we're going to steer clear there, but that would be awesome for us. This Trailblazers trade is actually pretty tempting, but I feel like they have point guards. I don't understand why they would do this trade either. I'm not a big Jeremy Sohan guy either. Again, another amazing trade, a Wizards pick and Mitchell Robinson for Sohan. I don't understand how these teams are just offering these. All right, I'm gonna make this trade for Yves Missi. I'm giving up a first. Yves is great, has my backup center solved forever. He's on a sweet team controlled contract after this year. It also makes Luke Cornett, who has a decent sized contract, somewhat expendable. I kind of like this trade with the Miami Heat. I feel like Fox is obviously a better player than Hero, but Fox at 49 million or Hero at 33 million. I kind of feel like the choice is made there, and Hero can shoot, which is what we're missing from our guards. So that's a crazy change we've made so far. I still want to get bigger at the 4. Like, Keldon Johnson's a nice player, but I know we have Wemby, but I still feel like it'd be nice to be bigger at the 4. I mean, at least we've got more shooting now. Well, I don't know. Maybe we roll with this team for a little bit. Honestly, the long-term thing is like, I want Harper to be a, you know, the point guard of the future, not Castle. Castle's probably going to be my bench guy as long as I've got Hero here. All right, play through the star, average tempo, crash the glass, protect the paint. All right, let's go to maybe January 1st-ish, see how the team does. I mean, I feel like we should be a pretty solid team, all things considered. Should be a great defensive team. I do honestly kind of feel like if we can upgrade that 4 spot, just height-wise, if we could actually keep Keldon Johnson to bring him off the bench, like, that would be awesome. Knicks are offering me that protected Wizards pick and Mitchell Robinson for Stephon Castle. I mean, if I didn't make the Yves Missi trade, I'd be thinking about that. I'm not gonna lie. I like Stephon Castle, but I am worried about the jump shot long term, especially if we're gonna be pairing him with Harper for a lot of the time. You know, Harper, I think he's gonna be a good shooter at down the line. I don't know if he'll ever be a great shooter, but see what happens. All right, we find ourselves with 22 wins, 11 losses, 3rd in the conference behind the Mavs and the Thunder. I feel like we are a good counter to those teams. Man, these teams are scary for sure. So we don't have a draft pick this year because I traded. I think this Bucks-Pelicans swap is going to end up being kind of decent, even though it's the worst of the 2. Also, that Hawks pick is kind of juicy. Keldon Johnson's willing to re-sign now. I feel like, oh yeah, if we can get him on a cheaper contract, like 11.5, like, dude, I feel pretty good about that if he'll sign sign it? He does. Okay, so he'll probably be on the team for a while because I have him on a really good deal now. 17, 17, and 11. Okay, so I do have to stick it out for one tough year, though. Carter Bryant was their first round pick in real life. I don't know if he's going to get anywhere anytime soon. Harrison Barnes, 33 years old, really not on the timeline. And Alvarado, a guy we traded for, who really doesn't have a place on this roster, especially this year where I've got Harper coming off the bench. All right, I'm going to make this trade with the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm giving them Harrison Barnes, Alvarado, and a second round pick. If you guys know, that Bucks roster is very devoid of talent, so I think they just need to get a 2-for-1 trade to get some playable players out there. Boom. Yeah, I mean, as the time of making this trade, they were 11 and 23. That was a team going nowhere fast. But for me, in the short term, because Bobby Portis is not a long-term upgrade, I've got him. Yeah, honestly, so I'm just going to start Dylan Harper. I mean, it's the long-term plan. So I got Dylan Harper, Tyler Hero, Devin Vassell, Bobby Portis, Victor Wembanyama. Off the bench, I got Stephon Castle, Yves Missi, and Keldon Johnson. That is an elite bench. Olynyk and AJ Green are the last two. I mean, that's probably what we got to work on here. I mean, the idea would be Carter Bryant here would probably eat up some of those minutes, so I'm going to give him AJ Green's minutes a little bit better here. For year one, though, I'm feeling good about this. Now, next year, I don't really need to re-sign anybody. I mean, Kelly Olynyk's going to come off the books. Team options for so many guys, but we have 46 million in cap space. So we're going to be able to add somebody in free agency who's going to be pretty good, honestly. The way our cap is stacking up is looking really nice, and then we'll go deep into the cap after that. Tyler Hero will be needing to re-sign. Hopefully we can get him at less than that. All right, so I like the way the team is stacking up. The starting lineup, two kind of non-shooters with Castle and Portis, but we do like that we got Hero, Vassell, and Wemby who can, you know, put some shots down. All right, so let's go. Let's send to the end of the season. I mean, the whole team's under contract. There's salary cap space. I don't know how good we're going to be to finish off this year. You know, we got a rookie manning the point, but I'm feeling pretty good about this, man. I feel pretty good about this. Wow, we're number one in the conference now, second in the power rank. We are having an amazing second half of the season run here. But Shea wins the MVP, averaging 35 a game. Cooper Flagg, the rookie of the year. Was our boy Harper even close? Oh, Harper was actually the leading scorer for rookies, but it just didn't matter. All right, so Victor Wembanyama, All-NBA first team, 25 points a game, 12 rebounds, 4.5 assists. Just a nice season for our guy Wemby. Number one seed going against the Clippers. Clippers got Zubac, they got Collins, Kawhi Leonard. We don't really have a great perimeter defender now that I'm looking at this team. We don't have, usually I like to have that lockdown 2-guard or small forward. We don't really have that lockdown perimeter defender. Hero's kind of a liability. Harper's a rookie. So this is a series that could be kind of tough on our perimeter guys, but let's see what ends up happening. I'm going to just simulate the first round, and we ended up losing. Yeah, I just feel like that was a bad defensive. So that's something definitely to keep in mind going into next year. Okay, not a bad first season at all, though. Mavs win the chip. Okay. LeBron retires. Chris Paul retires. We are not in this first round. Rockets first pick. Nuggets second pick. Oh. So the Rockets pick Darren Peterson, and Cam Boozer goes to the Nuggets. Wow. How are the Nuggets so bad? Come on. And the Nuggets traded for the third pick and picked up AJ DeBansta. So the Nuggets now have Cameron Boozer and AJ DeBansta. And they have Nikola Jokic. And they have Lauri Markkanen. What is happening in Denver? All right, bringing back Wemby, Castle, Missi. All right, so Quentin Grimes is a 2-guard with a good 3-point shot and good perimeter defense. Definitely the type of guy we're looking for. The problem is I'm in a weird spot. I can't not play Harper. I can't not play Hero. So I don't know where Grimes is going to really fit in, but I'm not going to like turn down a player of this caliber. So we're going to offer him a full 4-year deal. Affordable role players. It's a great contract. We have a little bit more cap room, so I want to use it, but I'm like, I don't really know who we're looking for here. DeAndre Ayton's a little interesting, I feel like, but we already have Yves Missi. I mean, at this point, I'm signing guys just in case we're going to trade people, I feel like. So I don't know. Who do we want? Lonzo Ball would be kind of fun on this team. All right, I'm gonna try to sign Lonzo, a little 2-year deal, and we're gonna get him to come through. All right, so our team is pretty solid. Wemby 96, Hero 87, Castle 85, Harper 83. Team is looking nice. So we kind of have 2 question marks on the roster right now, and they are Devin Vassell, who we like. We like Devin. Can shoot the 3, can defend a little bit, and Bobby Portis. He's just old. Quentin Grimes, low key. If he was like 2 inches taller, I'd be down to start him at the 3, but 6'4" is tough for a small forward. But man, I don't know. I kind of want to find a replacement for Bobby, maybe, and maybe find a way to get Carter Bryant here some minutes. Because, I mean, if he can develop into our starting 3, that would be awesome. Yeah, I'm going to go 11 deep. We're going to play a lot of guys this year. We're probably going to consolidate 2 guys into 1 at some point. I don't know why. I have a weird feeling about this team. Let's go to January 1st. We got a game against the Thunder on January 1st. I mean, we should be awesome, right? This team is full of talent. The bench is incredible. I mean, we are undefeated. I don't know why. I've just got a swath of strangeness hitting my face. It's a weird stench of potential disappointment. We are destroying teams. We're 27-2. Okay, right when I say that, we lose 2 games. We were 27-1 before I started yapping, and then when I started yapping, everything fell apart. All right, we're 30-3, dude. I don't know if I should make a change. Wemby's at 22 a game. Hero's 18 a game. I mean, this is just a really good team. We got like 7+ players averaging over 10 points a game. Yeah, dude, I feel like our team is really, really playing well. Okay, trade deadline it is. I mean, I'm sure we're not going to keep up a 30-3 pace. If we do, we could break the NBA win record, which would be great. All right, I'm going to skip through the trade deadline. We're 45-6. Wow, we are just blowing the doors off teams too. Okay, I mean, let's see if this can be a 70+ win team. I mean, at this point, we're like in best record of all time territory with the Spurs team here. 54-6. Man, things are looking good. And we're just going to sign Tyler Hero to a contract extension real quick. And he accepts. I don't know why guys on this year's 2K take really small deals. But we are seeing NBA contracts change quite a bit with the new second apron restrictions. It is changing the way guys are getting paid. Yeah, we've lost to the Mavericks a couple times. They are the defending champs. They have a big team. Wow, 71 wins, 72 wins, 73-9. We tie the record, and I'm pretty sure it was the Warriors who beat us to stop us from stealing their best record ever. Wemby MVP, 23-11, just an amazing season. Wemby, obviously All-NBA first team. Somehow know all their NBA guys when we're that good of a team. Yeah, it was the Warriors who beat us in that game. If we beat the Warriors, we would have stolen their record for best record of all time. Oh my God. Damn, what the hell? We really almost had it, man. We almost had it. Wow, we beat the Nuggets by 60 points. Phoenix Suns, they tried to give us Devin Booker. I wanted Devin Booker, man. I would have done it. Imagine Devin Booker in that Tyler Hero spot. I love Tyler Hero, but that would have been awesome. Feel good about this series. All right, now that it's playoffs, though, I'm probably going to snag Carter Bryant's. Oh my God, he's up to a 78. Man's looking good. Probably going to snag his minutes, though. Maybe we'll play him instead of Lonzo. Yeah. I don't know, man. I might have to just stick with 11 unless something goes bad here. Let's see what happens. We take game 1 by only a point. We take game 2. We take 3 and 4. Wow, easy sweeps. OKC. I mean, we already know what OKC's rocking with. There's no reason for them to change up their team. I like our ability to protect the paint here, though. I like it. They're going to give our guards. This kind of reminds me of that Clippers series we lost in the first year of this rebuild, though, where I feel like they are going to kind of get us on the perimeter. We got good guys on the perimeter, but they got some attack dogs. Doesn't matter. We sweep. We are looking like the historically great team that we are. Dallas Mavericks. This is the tough one. They got Bradley Beal starting at the 2. Tyler Hero and Stephon Castle. Hopefully this is a series where them and Dylan Harper can kind of feast a little bit. Anthony Davis kind of scares me, but I like that we got Wemby down there, man. This will be a battle. I know we lost them a couple times in the regular season. They beat us in game 1. We beat them in game 2. They beat us in game 3. All right, it's tied up after 4 games. Game 5. Game 6. Okay, it goes to a game 7, man. In San Antonio. In the Tonio Sand. Honestly, I feel like for this game, we should give our best players a little bit more minutes. Here we go. All right. Come on. There we go. Great first half. Fantastic first half. I think we're going to walk away with this one. Yes, we are. Okay. Dominated them. Hero dominates. Trae Young is facing off. So we got the Hawks on the other side of the bracket. I ain't worried about no goddamn Atlanta Hawks. Let's see these Hawks. Trae Young, Daniels, Ricochet. I just don't think this team's going to be able to keep up with us scoring-wise. Well, I don't know. Trae Young can always make a good offense pop, but I think we have quite a team here. All right. Game 1, we easily dominate. Game 2, we crush them. I mean, yeah, I feel like that Hawks team is a bit overmatched. 3-1, and we win 4-1. Let's go. All right, this was an amazing team. Honestly, I kind of feel like this is a team that we built that could break the wins record next year. So I want to see if we can break the wins record. Also, we have the 10th pick from that Milwaukee swap, which is pretty sweet. We'll take that. Wow, I received 27 trade offers. Walker Kessler for 2 firsts. I don't need him, though. That's the thing. I don't need Walker Kessler. Austin Reeves for 2 firsts? Oh, man, Austin Reeves. I just don't need him, though. The thing is, I just don't need, like, any of these guys. The team is so good. I don't need any of these guys. I'm getting offered some good players. Peyton Pritchard, I just don't need him. Norm Powell, I just don't need him. All right, real quick to get through the offseason, we're going to re-sign Wemby on a 5-year, just mega max. We have enough cap space for me to try to sign Rui Hachimura. I'm just going to go for that. Rui's pretty good, and he signs with us. Player progression, I mean, this team should just be dynamo now. Yep, Harper's up to an 89. Castle's an 88. Hero's an 87. Even Yves Missi, our bench guy, is getting better. I mean, this team is just loaded, dude. Carter Bryant is just getting better. Spurs are going to be so good, man. They could make the wrong move 100 times in a row, and they're probably still going to be an amazing team. All right, so just to recap our rotation here, Dylan Harper, Tyler Hero, Devin Vassell, Bobby Portis, Victor Wembanyama, and then off the bench, Stephon Castle, Yves Missi, Quentin Grime, Lonzo Ball, Keldon Johnson, Carter Bryant, Rui Hachimura. Just the most loaded team, bro. All right, so let's just, simulate the season, bro. I feel like this is a team that could contend for the all-time wins record. We tied it last year at 73-9. Can we set it this year at 74-8? Oh my God, 8 losses. We can't lose another game. We have to end on like a 16-game win streak to get the record. Oh, we got the loss. Damn, we're not actually gonna beat last year. 73-9 again. So back-to-back years, we go 73-9. Wemby, another MVP. We knew that was gonna happen. 28 points a game, 12 rebounds, almost 5 assists. Man's really just putting in the work. All right, Houston, I don't even care who's on their roster. Give me that sim, done. Phoenix beat them last year. Not afraid of Devin Booker here. Oh my God, we almost lost, dude. Did they add somebody to their team? Should I have looked? Who is Anthony Simons? Dude, that's insane. All right, let's take these teams seriously. Dallas Mavericks. This team's beat us twice. This team is the reason we don't have the best record of all time. It's still Kyrie. It's still Cooper Flagg, Anthony Davis, and Derek Lively. Golly, man, that's a good team. I don't know what to say. Tough one. We beat them in game 1. They got us in game 2. We got them in game 3. They got us in game 4. Wow, back-to-back battles. Game 7 again. We blew them out in game 7 last year. Are we gonna blow them out in game 7 this year? Oh no, not the way this is going. It's a tight one. It is a tight one, and they're coming back, and they're gonna overtime. Oh my God. Oh my God. No way, dude. I can't believe that. Wow, they don't even win the title. They did all that just to lose. All right, we're gonna speed through the offseason. I honestly kind of want to see if this team can beat the win record. We ended up with the 2nd pick in the draft via the Boston Celtics, so that is a disaster for Boston. Bro, I would so love to trade this pick, but I mean, I feel like if you're in a position like this where you can just have a cost-controlled contract, you gotta take it. Point guards, though, are the top prospects, and centers. Really what this team needs is a forward. So honestly, it kind of does make sense to trade the 2nd pick. Alperen Şengün. I'm just gonna make this trade and play Şengün at the 4. So we need to re-sign Stephon Castle and Yves Missi. Those are actually 2 big signings like we have to make. Offered contracts to both those guys. We're gonna lose Bobby Portis, but that's obviously okay. We're gonna re-sign Castle and Missi. All right, so final year, we're gonna see if we can break the win record. We got Dylan Harper, Tyler Hero, Carter Bryant, Alperen Şengün, Victor Wembanyama. Off the bench, I got Stephon Castle, Missi, Grimes, Keldon Johnson. Who the frick is this guy? I think we drafted this guy. Honestly, we're only gonna go 10 deep this year. 74 wins. That's the goal. I mean, that's where we're at with this. That's where we're at with this for sure. We lost our first game. We already lost 2 games. All right, maybe the win record is not 3 games. Okay. It wasn't meant to be. Damn. It wasn't meant to be. Damn. All right, we went 72-10, 1 record, 1 game short of the record. Let's just buzz through these playoffs. Oh, that is frustrating. We win round 4-1. Phoenix took us to 7 last year. They take us to 5 this year. Dallas, obviously the team that gives us a lot of problems. We are in the NBA Finals once again against the Milwaukee Bucks, and we are going to sweep them, and that is another championship for Wemby! If you guys enjoyed this video, click it right up here. I did a video where every time I made a trade, I had to raise the simulator difficulty. It was pretty fun. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.